Hi everyone. Right, what I'm going to do now is I've got a, I think it's 4 by 5. I can't remember. Sorry, it's 4 3/4 by 6.5 canvas, and I've got some of this. It's just like a webbing. It's just made out of fibres. So what I'm going to do is to do a background texture, just to make it look different. So I'm going to take hold of some of this. And of course, I'm going to glue it on using Mod Podge. And I can open the lid. Now what you need is a fairly wide brush. Because you need to plaster this on basically. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just put on quite a thick coat. So this is basically showing you. I mean, a lot of you will do this. This is mainly for the newbies and things like that. And I've got a hair in that I don't want. You know, so I'm just... Anyone that's new to crafting, this is a technique you can use to get a different background texture. And believe me, it makes a big difference. So we will just cut the whole canvas like that. Take hold of the webbing. I'm going to leave some off the edge, like that, and then press that down, but that ain't going to stick properly because you're going to have to go over it. So just go over it using the Mod Podge. Like that. Now it will take some time to dry, but I'm going to try and dry this pretty quick because I just want to do the tutorial and get that over with. But it will take time to dry. So what I'm going to do now is just, so never mind that bit, cut that off. Any excess we don't want, because I'm going to put it underneath like that. We can sort that out. Again, I'm going to do this on this. Oops, just plastering everything in this. On the, I hope you can see this. Sorry if you can't. Like that. And that's just pop that on. So I want to cover the whole canvas with it. I'm just going to cut this off like that. Pop a bit more glue on. Now Mod Podge doesn't really take long to dry, and I'm just going to cover this bit here like that. We can trim all the edging off. Okay. So once you've done that, make sure you can see this. I'm going to help it along with the heat gun. So that's like that. Put my brush to dry, to wash, and let's plug my glue gun in. Now we're going to give this a little bit of heat. Now you have to be careful because this is only fibre and it will melt. I just want to help this along. Like I say, with heat, it will start to crinkle back in, you know, to pull itself back in, the fibres back into itself. So you do have to be pretty careful. I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So I hope you can see this. Watch this here. Put the heat on it long enough and it melts it. You see, like that. It will melt it. Right, that's pretty dry. Yeah. Right, we'll just turn that off for a minute. And then what I'm going to do, because we'll need that again shortly, I think. I don't know, we'll see. And now I'm going to do something with that. So there's my textured background. But to make that, you know, stand out, depending on what you want to, you know, use it for. I'm just going to get some, I want a different colour paint. And I do have a drawer full of them somewhere. Where are they? Oh, charming when you can, oh, here they are. You can't find what you're looking for. Oh, oops, daisy. Let me see, what colour do I want? Oh. Sorry about this. I've got some black there, but I want a colour. And I couldn't find what I was looking for. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this orange. I think. I've got some of the eco-friendly. I do like using this paint, and this is the melon. So it's a light colour. What I'm going to do is pour some of that on. Like that. With my sponge. Should have been prepared, but I was only showing you the background technique. Let me have a look. So here we are. I've got a sponge here. These are cheap enough to buy, and you can buy them at most art shops. So what I'm going to do is just dab that all over. Dab it into the fibre. And brush it all over. Oops. Don't worry if you put too much on, just brush it all in. Cover as much white as you can. I mean, these are great techniques, you know, for Halloween, and we know that's all past now, but come up Halloween time, you will see what I mean. This would have been nice bright orange. Alright, so we've done that. I'm just going to soak that for a little bit. Now what I'm going to do is take a baby wipe. If I can find mine. Yep. Just take a baby wipe. Okay. Scrunch it up into like a little ball. And then pat that. Just taking out all the excess. Hope you can see all of this. Like that. Now once you've done that, you need some black. Oops. Okie dokie. So I'm just going to put some black in my little pot here. Now I'm going to have to, let me just see, where can you see? There. I'm going to have to put some black here. Okay, take my sponge, my dabber, and you're going to brush the majority of it off. And then dry this off first. Just dry the paint. It is acrylic paint, it is quick to dry. Remember, not too much heat. Okie dokie, so we've got that. It's not completely dry, but just dab your sponge into the paint and brush. Just brush like that, and you don't dab it into there because you'll cover up where you've done the peach, and you don't want that. You just want to darken this. Okay, so I hope you can see that. It's a brilliant technique to do, and you can do it with any colour underneath. I'm just going to give you some hints and tips when this is done and I've dried this off. I want to darken it a little bit in certain places. It's just a fantastic technique. Right, so I'm just going to leave that there, pop the lid on that and just dry this off. That's near enough. We're going to turn the canvas upside down and just trim off all the excess, because you don't need that on. Now, it doesn't have to be for Halloween or anything like that. You could just use this, put like pink underneath with a darker pink on top, or vice versa. You can change it round. It doesn't matter which way you do it. It's whatever pleases you. But, you know, there, I'm just showing you with the orange and black to show you what it looks like. And you've got a perfectly good technique and pattern to work from. Now, another thing you can do, which is very similar, if you get some kitchen towel, and scrunch it up, really scrunch it up, put your Mod Podge on your canvas, and then just lay over your tissue and just pad it down so that you get creases and all that in there. You can do the same effect, but you'll get obviously a bigger pattern. But this you can do with lace. You could put lace on there, anything at all. And I just think, you know, I might use this on here with that, and I can put some butterflies around it, or, you know, whatever I want to do with it. It's just to give you an idea of doing a different background instead of the normal one. And tissue paper is just as good. Toilet roll, just make sure you really crunch it up, you know, and you've got something really nice to play with. Of course, you can do them any colour you want. This would look fantastic in 2 shades of pink for a shabby chic box or a shabby chic book cover, you know, or a page, anything you want. Tissue paper, fibres, it doesn't matter. You know, the choice is yours. Just go out there and experiment. And for anybody who's never done it, please try it. Even try material. You know, if you've got like thin material, chiffon or anything like that, Mod Podge your background, get the chiffon or whatever it is, organza, you know, piece of organza, and then lay it on and pinch it here, there and everywhere, and then layer it over with Mod Podge. And I'll show you something. I was testing things out the other week, which I haven't got around to finish it off. This is one of the money boxes from the MDF man, and this is what I used. Do you remember the pink flower rosette trim? So I cut a piece off just to see what it was like. I glued that on with Mod Podge, and it's stiff. There's some different laces, some appliques, more lace. That beautiful trim that I like playing with my flowers, you know, when I do my flowers. Lots of different, that's it, vintage trim. And I just cut certain ones off. That's the scalloped one I used for the vintage flower the other day. And that one again. And I just cut bits off. And then I've added a texture, which is this one. This is the black lava texture gel. Just to give it a bit more texture. And then all I need to do now is to paint over that. Probably highlight it with something. But it was mainly just a box. It's a money box to test bits on. So I always like to test what I'm doing. So, you know, trial and error. Even get a piece of card like this, A4 card. Plaster it on with whatever material and paper you want, and do little sections. Always give them a background colour. Use 2 colours if you can, so that you can do the top bits. Even on tissue paper, rub that over like that, you know, with a different colour, and you'll see exactly what it's going to look like. And you can alter it. You can go over it with black and paint it with a different colour, you know, go over it totally with black, and then just rub over it with a lighter colour. You can have vice versa, dark on black. Sorry, dark on black. Dark on white, you know, white on dark. Or light on dark, dark on light. It doesn't matter. Experiment, have fun. Make yourself some little, cut some card, little squares, play around and see what you can come up with. And honest to God, you'll start to enjoy a lot more crafting, because it's great to do techniques, it really is. I'll show you this one. This is what Renjie made me. She's done this out of, you know, like a foil paper. I mean, it's just brilliant the way she's done it. I think it was foil, wasn't it? It looks like foil, Renjie. I could be wrong, but you know, it's a technique. It's all bubbled, and I think she just screwed them up, glued them on, and then painted over it with a colour, and then black, and then a colour, and it just great, absolutely fabulous technique. And you know, just have fun. So I hope that's helpful. If you do this, and you do a video, please share it with us. I don't always get my links. I do tell people that I don't get a lot of links, because I'm not subscribed to everybody. And how I subscribe to you is, if I've not subscribed to you, and you know I've not, let me know and I will. But what happens is, as I answer things, if I'm not subscribed to somebody, I will subscribe to them if they've made a comment. It just takes time, you know, there's a lot of people to subscribe to, so I will try and do it as I go along. But if you notice I'm not subscribed to you, let me know, because I'm not ignoring you. I'm not, you know, I'd love to watch everybody's work, and I will get round people. But like I say, it's just to say, enjoy, have fun, mix, you know, mediums, do whatever you want, and show us, let us have a look. So send me the link or let me know you've done it, and I'll come and take a look at your video. Thanks for watching. I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye bye for now.